Babaji knows everything. Babaji, of course, is beyond that physical body. Babaji, for me, I would say he's my guide. My spiritual journey started actually in '91. I was doing meditation before, but in '91 I had my first rebirthing breathwork session. And my teacher, Leonard Orr, or Mackenzie, how he's known here, he had spent much time with HAIDAKHAN Baba here. And so he initiated me and he suggested I come here. So my first time I came here in '91. And my spiritual path is basically the breath work, rebirthing breath work. And then, of course, the practices that I do according to what I learned here also in the ashram. It is a place of deep contemplation, and always you get, there is learnings and teachings. I mean, that's true for all of life, that we get teachings and then we have to respond or react and live with life, and then and the reactions that we have is usually according to our belief system. So Babaji's teaching, of course, requests that we always love other people. And so that's part of the spiritual path, that we love each other, that we live in simplicity and truthful. So truth, simplicity, love, and trying to remember the mantra even when life is very distracting. So that's a challenge sometimes, to remember the mantra and stay tuned to the higher reality. And so here in Haidakhan, it's a very special place because the vibration is so high and everybody's doing the practices. So I've come here many, many times. I've probably come around 20, 25 times to India, and I always see that I also possibly can come here and get the energy of this place. But Babaji, of course, is everywhere. Babaji is everywhere present, and so in my house, I have a center for rebirthing breathwork in Germany, and of course I include all the practices in my daily life. So I have a little murti, I do arti every day, and so I love the Indian rituals, and so I've included them in my life. Well, that's a question I can't answer. It's beyond what I can describe, but Babaji knows everything, and that's the important thing. So I do my best to align my plans, my decisions with the higher force. And Babaji, of course, is beyond that physical body that he had here and lived here, and because he's everywhere present. And I can feel that presence when I tune in. And so it's, for me, who is Babaji for me? I would say he's my guide. He's my support and my reflection. So whatever I do, I try to reflect and see if that's in alignment with Babaji's teachings and my life mission that I have to follow. Haidakhan is just such a peaceful place. And I have lots of friends here, of course, and lots of friends come here, so I usually meet a lot of people. And this time I specifically came to just be with myself and not to engage so much, and just contemplate and start new. So Mundan, the practice of shaving your head, is basically also a fresh start. So I came here specifically to not engage so much and do the practices. So I go every morning, I do my bath, and then I go to the duni, and the fire ceremony is really powerful here. And then I do the Paduka Puja. I can be present with that. And then we do the Aarti, and then you saw I did a little bit of Karma Yoga. I mean, it's very hot now, but, and so I don't hang around chai shops too much. Yes, my first profession, I am a nurse, trained in geriatric care, then I studied again and I became a trainer, a teacher for nursing. So I trained nurses, and then I found love and I went to Australia. There I found yoga and meditation, and then I was traveling a lot, so then I went to the US and I found the training center of Leonard Orr in California, and I had my first breathing session, and then I decided that's my life, that's my mission. And since then I am giving breathwork sessions and trainings, and so I've been doing that now for 33 years. Well, I think I was always, I had a spiritual search. I became a vegetarian when I was 13, even so nobody in my family, well, my grandmother was, but my parents were not, and they were not very amused about that. And so I think it's knowledge from past lives. So I don't know when my spiritual path, you could say, as such, began, but I started, I was always interested and reading books about it, and then I started with yoga and meditation and the mantra Om Namah Shivaya in '89. So I was 31 years old. And then I was very regular. I have a lot of German discipline, so I was very regular with those practices. So the difference before and after, I would say if I see the difference with people who are not believing into a higher reality, like many of my family members, who have no search, no inner calling for that, I think life becomes a lot easier because you have a point of reference, and you also have ideals, or you have a connection. And I find that very, very helpful and very soothing. And I often find that people who are not really searching for a higher reality, that they sort of like get lost in life, and they wonder, they have no purpose, or they wonder why they're living, and what the purpose of the suffering and everything is. And when you have a spiritual background or hold, then you can feel more strong, and you have a vision. And then, of course, at some point, it's not all about us, individual little me anymore. Then it becomes about how can I participate in life with other people so that it benefits them. So I am a teacher. I teach, I train rebirthing practitioners, and so that's my mission. So I support other people and help people as much as I can. And then it's not so much about my own personal journey, but it is about the journey of humanity. And that was what Babaji was also all about, the journey of humanity and uplifting the consciousness and uplifting the vision for who we truly are and can be with each other, and rise above the internal and external war. And if we don't, he always threatened with the Mahakranti, the great destruction which we do onto ourselves, onto each other. So in that way, Babaji had the highest vision, I would say, about humanity and where we are going. And that's the inspiration.